Oh, dude, did you see? Did you say they killed Peanut, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so upset.
Are you upset?
I'm so upset.
Why did they? Was it illegal to own Peanut in the first place?
So I guess there was something where I don't know the brief. Like I read like an article title.
We should figure out what the fucking story
No, we should
is.
wildly speculate and then tell people that's the truth, so that then they pass it on to people they talk to, and then that becomes the narrative.
I know what the story is. Is it about this fucking squirrel?
Yeah,
but how
squirrel.
did it was so it was illegal to own him in the first place, or like no?
No, I think what happened was these people have owned a squirrel for like 7 years, and then the CEC, whatever the fuck comes in
The Squirrel League.
Yeah, the people that come with they inspect like animal safety, right?
Oh, sure.
So they came to make sure that I assume it was like an annual thing because they've had it for 7 years. You know, this must have been done before, but the squirrel bit one of the inspector.
Yeah, because the squirrel isn't like fucking feds.
But apparently the squirrel.
Probably because it was getting mishandled.
I have no idea.
You're probably shaking it, like how Matt is with small animals, dude.
I know if I saw a squirrel, I'd grab it as.
It's just
No one knows what a domestic
throw
squirrel.
it like a baseball. Here, catch.
There's only one way to pick up a squirrel.
Dude, you gotta stop picking up. You gotta stop picking up
Right
my
by the ruff
squirrel
of the
and
neck.
saying "go long."
Dude, a bunch of fucking feds showed up to this guy's house and murdered his pet.
Yeah,
Jesus
so apparently
Christ.
the caseworker who got bit filed a report, a complaint that the squirrel bit her, and then then the people came in.
FBI raided their home
and put down the squirrel and one of their what else was the other?
Was
animal?
it a fucking possum or some shit?
Yeah, it might have been a raccoon.
I didn't even know about that part of the story.
A raccoon also I think died in this story.
When people ask Chris, who radicalized you? This radicalized me. All right? Dude, I can tell you for a fact, if this was my home and that was my raccoon and squirrel, Second Amendment, baby. I would have been out there with an AK-47 that I modded to be fully automatic.
You don't touch my fucking raccoon!
I would have gone out in a Waco-like siege, shooting federal agents if they tried to touch my fucking raccoon.
I wish I had that kind of those kind of references in my head. Waco siege.
Dude.
it's so good that you have those to pull from. It's
all that time on earlier podcasts where I was talking about how to make napalm, I would put those skills to use.
You don't touch my raccoon.
Just the animal inspector, some lady with a clipboard shows up to investigate. She's like, hey, we just need to see the raccoon. I'm like, 1 second, just throw a bucket of gas on her, fucking throw my lit cigarette at her.
A big hole in the
You
face
fucking fed?
from a shotgun, dude. Watch her fucking nose fly off her fucking face through the back of her head. Yeah, dude. That's crazy, though. Kill the squirrel. And, dude, I don't know if you saw this because you were hanging out with us yesterday. We were on live. This is 2 days late after it happened.
Yeah.
And they're still, on TikTok Live just crying about it. And Cody was with us, and it was very funny what he said. He was like, that's so wild that they're still crying over a squirrel 2 days later. And, obviously they can't be mentally healthy because, they're both crying on live, and his wife is touching his leg and rubbing his kneecap through his ripped jeans.
Dude, crying in front of your wife, mental illness.
No, it's not.
Never.
No, it's not. You
Could not be me,
dude. You should be able to do that.
If you want to get a divorce, sure, yeah. If you want her to fucking leave you, yeah, cry.
If you're gonna cry in front of anybody, it should be your wife, right?
I mean, in a
Who would you
perfect
cry in
world,
front of?
perfect world, yes, but that's just not the world we live in.
So no crying, and
you
especially
just
not
never
in front
cry
of
as a
your
man.
wife.
You can never cry as a man for any reason.
That's why women are the superior.
You can
race.
cry in front of your mother until you are 16, and then you're not allowed to cry in front of your mom.
Yeah.
After that, you can cry at a funeral of someone you've known for more than 5 years. But you only on the day of, and you have to try to hold it back. You have to be like, and just have the one manly tear as you salute the casket. And they better be they better have died in Afghanistan. They gotta be a war hero. They can't just have
fucking
yeah. If they OD'd, you gotta be like fucking pussy, dude. Could not be me. Built
if
different.
they committed suicide,
then you don't go to the funeral.
You just don't go to the funeral.
You just don't go to the funeral.
You protest their death.
Yeah.
They didn't really die. What they did was kill someone.
Yeah,
what they did was murder.
They fucking rage quit, dude.
Technically, all suicides are murder-suicides.
Yeah.
No one thinks about that shit.
Suicide's technically illegal.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Lock up the body?
You know it's not illegal.
You bring the corpse to the courthouse. I just like throw him in the loony bin.
Yeah. As a man, you should just push down your feelings until you have like a heart attack at 30. I'm due for one any day now, dude. Sometimes what I do though is I watch like those Instagram reels that have like the sad music in the background. And it's like Mr. Rogers talking.
Okay, yeah,
you know, where he's just like, you remember to be kind, and I'll fucking cry alone in my apartment when I watch it like that. But never in front of anyone.
To Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, dude, Mr. Rogers raised me.
Fuck.
I had bad parents.
Yeah, I was trying to cry on the way here because I was
I was on live. I needed money.
I was trying to think of like what to talk about on this podcast, but then I saw a billboard for Dear Evan Hansen is playing at the Schubert Theater.
That?
Dear Evan Hansen is a musical that's written. It's about a boy who goes to therapy and his therapist makes him like write letters to himself.
Okay.
But then his bully kills himself and someone snatches his letter and thinks that the bully wrote the letter to the kid for some reason. And then, so, I don't know, it's a whole convoluted story. The kid who goes to therapy ends up lying and saying that his bully was actually his best friend, and he starts fucking, like, the bully's sister, and, like, his bully's parents, like, fall in love with him and shit. And then at the end, it all falls apart because the kid needed therapy. He didn't need to do all this other shit. And so he was, like, basically lying, and he starts, like, a GoFundMe for this kid's suicide and shit
It's almost like therapy is really bad advice. It's almost like that. This is like some Broadway show you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's on par with actual advice therapists will give you.
So, but there's this
write a letter, gaslight.
There's multiple moments in the show where it's like this kid is like crying because he's like kind of like a pussy. And he has like he
goes to therapy clearly.
He has social cue issues and shit like that. So, at the end when everything's falling apart and he has to like come through with like his like truth and shit and tell everybody that what he did, he's just like sitting there in the entire song he's like crying through the song as he's singing it. It's like, I never meant to make it such a mess. And he's like fucking the snot's coming out of his nose and shit like that. It was played by Ben Platt, who's fucking a great. He originated the role. He's fucking great. But so whenever I'm in the car and I hear that song or like I try to get absorbed in the acting, and I do.
Nice.
I do. It's good.
You think you could play him in the next rendition?
No, I'm too fat. They would never allow me.
But that's all.
Matt,
what are you talking
Jordan
about?
Fisher?
Sounds familiar.
He played.
Oh yeah,
He played
the
Evan
black
Hansen.
dude. Yes, yeah.
I used to like watch him play fucking Fortnite with Ninja. And I was like, oh, he doesn't.
Oh, is he good?
He's not a video game guy. You know what I mean? I
is he
found
not good?
about him the inverse way. No, he's good at video games. I just thought that's what he did.
That's crazy.
Now I'm like, oh, no, this guy's like a fucking actor.
Triple threat, dude.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
Jordan Fisher is great.
But yeah, he played Evan Hansen too.
He played, so Dear Evan Hansen was initially Ben Platt, who was this white dude.
Okay.
And everybody thought, okay, well, if Ben Platt's going to leave, they're just going to pick another like white dude like Andrew Barth Feldman. But before they did that, they ended up going with Jordan Fisher, who was this black dude, and he fucking killed it. He fucking killed it so hard.
So wait, if they've gone from white to black, why can't they have a fat dude? Why can't they go to you?
I just don't think. I think it would take away from the story.
Because everyone would be like, he deserved to get bullied. I'm on the bully side. Is that what you're saying? Like, what kind of psycho shit?
No. It's just that role requires a lot of breath work.
I've heard you breathe. You're
This dude definitely breathes. So yeah, that's so funny, dude. No, I would always want to. I like singing I don't know. I like playing that character to myself, but I don't know if I would want to.
Do you have a dream role? Is there like a play or a movie or a TV show where you're like, I want to? If they ever remake that, I want to be that character.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, I'd want to be a part of anything Jurassic Park or Cloverfield based, right? But then also, there's this play called 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And what it is, it's a musical about a spelling bee, like for 8-year-olds and shit like that, right? But the 8-year-old characters are played by people in their 30s. So it's like very, it's 30-year-olds playing like little kids, and it's hilarious.
I feel like you would crush that.
Dude, it was so like, not even in the way where like we do the videos where I'm acting as myself, but like they're literally like acting like they're talking like kids and shit like that. And it's a real spelling bee too, so like they'll pull people from the audience and be like, they'll give them words and shit. It's super interactive. It's fun as fuck. It's hilarious. And the main character, his name is William Barfay, and he's a little 8-year-old fat kid, and he has like he spells out the way he knows how to like spell words is because he like uses his feet to imaginary like chase the letters on the floor and shit like that.
Dude, I'm just stuck on. Can you imagine? You just dropped like $500 on these front row seats to go to this play to bring some hot chick who you're like, this is gonna impress her. I'm gonna show her I'm cultured. You had a great date's been going great. You're at the show after dinner, and they call you to spell a word and you fuck it up. And like, dude, it's just like I just paid a $500 night out to embarrass myself in front of this. I just want to watch a fucking play. I would be so pissed. I'm 100%. Like, fuck you guys.
100%. But it's really cool because in the show they usually give the people in the audience the easiest words.
Oh god.
And then they watch the
that'd
kid,
be even
the
worse.
Actors. Dude, yeah, they so fucked it up. Like I've seen them give an audience remember the word cow once, and it's so fucking fun.
Fuck.
Because people also the audience they get words wrong on purpose just so they can sit back down because they don't want to be a part of it, shit like that.
Wait, they keep you going like round 2?
No. They'll sit you down. They'll fucking ding you and they'll say no, sorry, you're out. Because if you don't want to be there and they give you a word and you spell it wrong on purpose, they'll let you sit down. You know.
No, but if you get it right, they're just like
if they get you wrong. No, yeah, they keep you in the game. They keep you in the game, and then at a certain point in the play, like when it has to the story has to move along, and we can't have audience interaction anymore. If you keep getting your words right, they'll start giving you harder and harder words.
What if you just crush it? You're like, no, I'm winning the play,
dude. Yeah,
the play story changes. I'm winning.
They'll ding you eventually and just be like, no, it was a K, not a C, and they're wrong. But you still have to sit down.
Actually, I just get real autistic.
They pull out a gun. I'm right. Give me another word now.
So that's the play you'd want to be that kid in?
Dude, that role. And then also Elder Cunningham in Book of Mormon. That's Josh Gad who used to play him. He's kind of like he's a sped Mormon kid who makes up lies about Jesus in order to get people to convert. It's like a really
just like the original Mormons.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're a Mormon listener, we love you.
Have you listened to Book of Mormon at all?
No, my brother's really into it.
Okay, cool. That's weird. I would have assumed you're somebody who likes different I don't know religions or history, whatever the fuck.
I love the South Park guys. I just can't fucking stand musicals. Gotcha, so even though everyone was like, "Oh, it's a funny musical," it's like you don't I grew up with a gay father. I cannot express how much I hate musicals.
I totally understand. And the South Park guys, I think know kind of like that too. I love the story of musicals more than I like the fucking music behind it, you know?
Although South Park movie was technically a musical, and that was great. They tricked me because they didn't say it was a musical, and I loved it. And then at the end, my friend's like, that was a musical. I was like, fuck! Shit! I love that!
In Book of Mormon, what they do is they send Mormons out to different destinations to go spread the word of God or whatever and get more people to convert to Mormonism. And then the main character's like, oh my God, where am I going to go? Am I going to go to Disney? Where's God going to send me? And then God sends him to Africa. It's a great musical. It's hilarious.
You're going to downtown Baltimore. Good luck. Can you imagine? Because that definitely happens to people because they get sent all over the world, the Mormon missionaries. They got to do it for 2 years. Can you imagine you get sent to the Wire part of Baltimore, where that movie, the show's about, and you're just like,
get shot.
Go knock on doors.
That's the last thing
You're just in the projects, knocking, hello, sir.
I would simply lie on my Mormon card or whatever the fuck they do.
Oh yeah, no, I totally.
I knocked on all these doors. They really just don't like Mormon people here. I guess you should come back. 100%. I love that.
Did they ever send a Mormon missionary to jail? Where they're like, listen, you need to commit a crime to go to jail to convert people into jail.
Oh shit!
Those are probably the people that need the conversion the most by Mormon logic.
Knocking on cells.
Ding, ding, with a little can. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Hey El Chapo. Hi. Do you have a second?
Are you interested to talk about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Do you think the people in prison would just take pity on the Mormons, just be like, they're nice, and just kind of leave them alone, or would they get fucked up?
I think you think enough Mormons would ever go into jail and make their own fucking
gang,
group,
dude.
gang.
Dude, every Mormon I've met
probably side with the neo-Nazis.
Every Mormon I've met is the nicest human being on earth.
I've never met.
I don't know if they're. I've only met 5 or 6. But I don't know if they might be faking it. Listen, I'm open to the fact maybe they're just putting on airs when they get behind closed doors, away from outsiders. They're horrible. I've never met a bad one. They're always the nicest, most well-adjusted people. They're like, hey, can I help you with that?
That's cool.
I'm just happy to be of service.
Yeah, that's fucking. I don't know what that is, where that comes from. You think that they learned that through their upbringing in church? Your life is to serve people, so get enjoyment out of that.
I think
because I don't feel that way at all about life.
Because here's the thing. and I'll be honest, I've read Mormon theology. It's fucking retarded. Anyone who has even a cursory knowledge of the Bible knows that it makes no sense, the Mormon take on the Bible. But here's the thing.
I think Jesus was born and raised in America.
No, after he died on the cross, he resurrected in America.
Yeah.
And
as
then,
what, Joseph Smith?
No, as Jesus.
Oh, as Jesus again, he came
yeah, like 30 AD, he came to America. And no, this is a real thing in the Mormon Bible. This is hilarious. So he tried to convert the Native Americans to be Christians. And they were kind of cool with it. And then I forget, there's something happened and they betrayed Jesus. So he turned all their skin red to punish them. Fuck. That's the real Mormon belief of why Native Americans have red the skin. Complexion they have.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, that's pretty wild. Also, you couldn't be in the Mormon church as a black person till the 80s.
Whoa.
They would not let you in. So they got some wild stuff. But here's the thing. If believing all that crazy bullshit, if that's what it takes for you to behave that way and be that nice,
yeah.
Maybe we just all need to believe some crazy bullshit.
Dude, I agree.
But, it's like, if that's what it takes, if you're just going to be, they don't drink.
I think I would rather.
They all get married at like 17. They just have 1 million kids and they're just like really productive members of society.
What's better? Being nice and secretly racist, or letting black people into your fucking community?
Well, they let black people in now.
I know. Begrudgingly letting black people into your group so they are included, but not being happy about it. What's worse and what's better? Because if they were in the 80s doing that shit, like they're really nice, right? They were probably always nice people.
I think they've always back in their founding, dude. They fucked up a lot of guys.
Really?
They had like their own militias. They had guns. They got
the fuck? Mormon people had guns?
Oh yeah, they're big on like holy war. They're basically like. They're basically like, okay, if you were writing, this is going to get me in trouble. If you were writing fan fiction about Christianity, you either become a Muslim or a Mormon. Those are the two fan fictions about Christianity. And they're very similar. If you look at Joseph Smith and Muhammad, there are so many crazy similarities that I'm sorry to my Muslim friends because they'll get mad at me. I will send you a document. There's so many similarities. It's fucking crazy.
Fuck.
Both had additional revelations revealed to them in a cave that only they were told about by an angel. Couldn't tell anyone else. Both of them, multiple wives. Both of them started.
How do you think God does that?
I don't think he does. I'm not sure. I think some guys.
Why do you think God just wants to talk to one person at a time?
Yeah, that's why God's always pulling me onto. If you see, sometimes I'll drop out of Discords because God's calling me over to like the me and him chat.
Yes, yeah.
He's like, listen, Chris. Yeah.
Dude, so good.
But yeah, Mormons are... But John Moses Browning, the guy who invented the 1911, like the famous pistol and like the Browning high power and like the Browning machine gun, which we still use in the U.S. military. Like those big 30 and 50 cals on the tops of Jeeps, those are Brownings.
Yeah.
Mormon. He invented all those guns to defend the Mormon people because he thought God was calling him.
How do you fucking know that? Ben, are you not like, what comes into your mind when Chris says some fucking weird factual shit that nobody else would ever know?
It's not really that far-fetched that Chris has got some time on his hands reading about shit that other people don't read about.
Yeah, dude, all that time I saved by not getting pussy, this is what I gained.
Do I ever have anything that, like, really impresses you that I know?
I was quick on the draw.
Fuck, my Tom Hanks laugh came out there. I'm so sorry.
You know what impresses me all the time? Your positive, supportive attitude, Matt.
Do you think I have that?
The fact that you just keep trying.
What do you mean keep trying?
Like against all odds.
Fuck.
Your ability to just not give up.
Damn, bro's resilience is crazy.
You do your thing.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Whatever your thing is, you do it.
Fuck.
So that's why I think we should all become Mormon.
All right.
I think, I don't really know any Mormon people, so I feel like this might be closed-minded, but I would go skiing a lot in Utah, and I feel like Mormon people, for the most part, are fucking kind of weird.
Oh, they're so weird.
Very strange.
They're very weird. I'm not denying that, but they're nice.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. No,
they're nice in a way where I'm like, who put you up to this?
They're like, God.
You
know what it is? It's like aliens snatched a bunch of people and then came disguised as those people. We're like, how do we just be human? And they're like, hello, friend. How can I help? Like, it's like, just like they're trying. very disconcerting, uncanny valley vibes on the Mormons. But here's the thing: always super nice, always super helpful. And also, all of their wives are hot. I have never met a Mormon wife who isn't a smoke show, and they have like 8 children and they're still hot. It's fucking crazy. I don't know if it's because they never drink or smoke, that keeps them like more whatever, or if it's something in the genes of being Mormon, or the power of God is like preserving them. But something Mormon babes, dude, are crazy. That's how you get me. If you want me to convert to your religion, if you send a hot missionary to my house, I will probably stop being Jewish.
Yeah.
I'll go be Mormon. I'll be Muslim. I'll be Catholic.
Send
really,
me a big titty Mormon.
God wants me to have the biggest titty wife, so whatever religion sends me that's clearly a sign from God that that's what I should be.
I believe in having multiple wives. My first wife and then her 2 titties. I'm going to marry those titties.
Do you guys think heaven has skill-based matchmaking?
Yo, what's that mean? Oh my God, what does that mean?
No, so heaven is like what's
like wait, what skill-based matchmaking look like in heaven?
Heaven is
like the more religious people and the less religious people.
No, it's only heaven's like crimson or whatever the top one is, and then everything else is the rest of skills. It's just what layer of hell you're going to.
That makes more sense. You have to get to top 250.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, there's only 250 people, and if you fuck up, you can drop out of heaven matchmaking.
In every season, we all reset.
Yeah,
okay.
Just gotta fight. You imagine? I gotta go. I gotta get all the.
Yo, what if they do Hunger Games in heaven? You know, what if they do that? Where heaven's like sectioned into districts and shit like that, and like once every like eternity or whatever the fuck, it just like. They send like one people from each district to go and fight to the death.
Like the Hunger Games?
And then whoever, like all the people who lose go to hell, and then the only one person left can stay in heaven.
Dude, if the Hunger Games actually happened, I genuinely don't know what what my strategy would be. Every time I watch those movies, I'm like, damn, that was so smart.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would never.
Well, they train.
No, I know, but like, what is even my skill?
You'd figure it out.
Can I get an ACR with red dot sight?
You know,
they'll probably have one of those for you in the cornucopia, but then you have to get to the cornucopia in the middle of the fucking arena.
I know, that's what's so scary too. Do I just
you gotta fight people.
Run to water.
Yeah. Go to the woods. We'll come back at nighttime and get the gun.
you know how like if you step when they like come up on the plates, and if you step off early they explode.
Yeah,
I just step off the plate. I just be like, I'm gonna get a head start, or I'm gonna be done.
Would you do it in a protest, or would you do it?
No, I'm just like, you know, when
you'd be like, do not take this as a protest. I'm just killing myself.
you know when you're playing a horror game and it gets too scary, so you just Alt F4 and close it. Yes. I would just be too scared. I'm like, I quit. It'd just be me quitting the game because I'm too scared.
That guy's got a lot of muscles. When the 2 guys next to you in the Hunger Games are both jacked as fuck.
I'm just like, all right, well, this doesn't. These guys don't even know John Moses Browning is. This is.
Do you know who John Moses Browning is?
Get fucking.
How does that skill become useful in the Hunger Games?
Getting me a Mormon wife. When I pull out a gun and I point it at her and I'm like, you know, this was made by a Mormon. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you live in my basement now.
Fuck.